All right, Zach, thanks for coming down to take a look at the water heater with me. After doing the full inspection and flush of the unit, I wanted to go over a couple concerns that I have with you today.
Okay.
All right, so first off, how much do you know about water heaters?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Just moved here 2 years ago, never touched it. You know.
All right, definitely. Well, I'm going to go through and give you a good education so we can make the best decisions today possible, all right?
Okay.
So very first thing I want to go over is this temperature and pressure safety valve right here. If we read on here, the manufacturer states that the temperature and pressure safety valve should be inspected and replaced if necessary every 2 to 4 years according to water usage as well as advice of a local licensed plumber. In this particular case, we can see that the water heater, if we look right down here, this date code indicates that this water heater is from 2002.
Okay.
Now this appears to be the original valve, and I don't see any notes in our system in the previous maintenance with the last tenant that was here that we ever replaced it. So that is a recommendation on the list today of things that should be done. As well as if we step around to the back side here, this sacrificial anode rod. You said you don't know anything about these?
Mm-mm.
All right, so this little guy right here is a magnesium rod. It's about yay long and it sits in the top of the water heater. As the water heats up, it creates electrolysis due to the mineral content in the water. And that electrolysis is what rusts out and deteriorates the tank. So this little guy is a sacrificial lamb, basically. It works like a lightning rod and attracts the electrolysis to itself to destroy the rod and save the tank. Little known fact, these guys only last about 2 to 3 years on average.
Wow.
As we can see here, there's a lot of rot going on this rod. You see how it kind of looks like a Swiss cheese stick?
Oh, yeah, that's not
Yeah, it's definitely seen better days, so I highly recommend that. Now let me set this off to the side real quick here. Now right here I have my inspection camera, so we can go ahead and actually take a look inside here and we can see what's going on. Alright, so you see here on the screen, you kind of see this little line here. This is the side of the tank and this is the bottom. Now, what we want to see is notice how the side is kind of black and kind of grayish and shiny. And then the bottom looks pretty good there, but if we move the camera over to there, you see how it's pretty brown and sandpaperish looking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there is where the glass lining has actually failed in the bottom of the water heater, and so that electrolysis is getting straight out the middle of the tank. Now, I'm not an expert in rust. I can't tell you, oh yeah, this guy's gonna last a week, this is gonna last 2 weeks. I have no idea. What I can tell you is that there is rust in the bottom of this water heater. The water heater is from 2002, so February of 2002, so we actually know that it is 15 years old. At that point in time, most water heaters only last about 7 to 10 years. So the fact that it hasn't leaked, awesome win for us. I know you just bought the house, the last tenants definitely got their money out of it. So where we're sitting at right now is we do have several repairs that need to be done to the water heater, but we still have that integrity issue of the tank. Now with how the tank is looking, like I said, it could be 5 minutes it starts leaking, it could be 5 years it starts leaking. I really don't know when that's gonna happen. I just know specifically that there's rust in the bottom, it is outside of the expected life of a water heater, and we have a lot of expensive repairs coming up. So at this point in time, the question that I have for you is, what do you feel should be done? Should we invest that money towards replacement parts, or should we move over here and look at replacing the water heater so we can have that peace of mind that we're not gonna take out these beautiful hardwood floors if this guy starts to leak? What do you feel?
Well, I mean, what are we looking at for costs?
That's a great question. I have a lot of people ask me that. Let's go upstairs and sit down at the table. I have a few different options we can go over, and we'll find the best fit for you and your home. And we can also make it extremely affordable. We have some really great financing promotions going on right now, so I guarantee if you give me numbers and stuff, I will make it work. That's what I'm really good at, is the papers and the numbers and making sure everybody wins.
Okay.
How's that sound to you?
Sounds good.
All right, let's go upstairs real quick.